guys, more 613 exposed. Again, we're just reading through the list. I'm reading through two lists. The Jewish FAQ, the Chabad, and then we're reading it from the Bible. And so you're welcome to expand on this, search it out yourself as well. Maybe even if you find any of this applicable for today, or if there's a way that you practice it, you can share that in the comments below. So today's category is business practices. There are 14 commandments under this category. I'm going to divide it up in 2 videos.
And this might be something I need to incorporate in my bylaws.
Maybe. All right, let's see what they are. Commandment 170, not to do wrong in buying or selling. It's found in Leviticus 25, verse 14. The Chabad, when I try and match it up, I came up from 2 commandments out of the Chabad listing. So I'm going to read those 2 for you. One of them is commandment 499, buy and sell according to Torah law. Then the
Amen.
other one is 500, commandment 500, not to overcharge or underpay for an article.
There we go. That's definitely going in there.
Sounds good.
Like it.
All right, Leviticus 25:14.
Okay. When you make a sale to your fellow or make a purchase from the land of your fellow, do not aggrieve one another.
No aggrieving.
No grieving. That means don't gouge.
All right, 171.
It poses the question, though.
Uh-oh. Which one?
Does that mean you're allowed to gouge another nation?
There are, like, you're not supposed to do interest on a fellow Jew or...
Right.
But you can charge interest on the Gentile.
I don't recommend it, but I'm just saying, like, that's something that you have to go
that's something that came
ask
to
the
my
Lord
mind.
about. That's how this works. You don't get to make your own decisions. You got to ask God. That was a trick question.
So anyways,
Go.
the treatment in Gentile video, I think there's
Yes.
one video. It kind of discusses a little bit about that and like the difference. Something to consider.
Yeah.
Okay, 171, not to make a loan to an Israelite on interest. Oh, this is almost that. Leviticus 25:37. The Chabad has it listed as 534, not to lend with interest.
Okay. Vayikra 25:37 states, do not give him your money for interest, and do not give your food for increase. Wait, I got to read the next part, next verse. I am Hashem, your Elohim, who took you out of the land of Mitzrayim to give you the land of Canaan, to be God unto you.
Good one.
Yeah, this is God putting his stamp of
Seal.
pay attention. Yes.
172, not to borrow on interest because this would cause the lender to sin. Deuteronomy 23 verse 20, the Chabad has it listed as 535, not to borrow with interest.
Devarim 22:20, correct?
23:20.
23:20. Oh, my bad. Next page. Okay, Devarim 23:20 states, you shall not cause your brother to take interest of money or interest of food, interest of anything that he may take as interest. There's more to it when we keep going.
Read just the next.
Verse 21 states, you may cause a Gentile to take interest, but you may not cause your brother to take interest. So Hashem, your Elohim, will bless you in your every undertaking in the land to which you are coming to possess it.
All right. So there's a little bit of that.
There is. You still got to ask God because we're not in Israel.
Commandment 173.
Yep.
Not to take part in any usurious transaction between borrower and lender, neither as a surety, nor as a witness, nor as a writer of the bond for them. Exodus chapter 22, verse 24. The Chabad has it listed as 536, and they word it as not to intermediate in an interest loan, guarantee, witness, or write the promissory note.
Guess I did mark this one. Okay, Shemot 22 verse 4.
24.
24 verse 4.
No, chapter 22, verse 24.
22 verse 24 states, when you lend money to my people, to the poor person who is with you, Do not act toward him as a creditor. Do not lay interest upon him.
That's good. All right. The next one, 174. To lend to a poor person. Even though the passage says, if you lend, it is understood as obligatory. Exodus 22:24. It's the same.
Yeah.
And then the Chabad has it listed as 526, lend to the poor and destitute.
Okay. Shemot 22:24 states, when you lend money to my people, to the poor person who is with you, do not act toward him as a creditor. Do not lay interest upon him. Are you going to tackle the one where it says to pay your employee at the end of the day?
Yeah, that's,
Sweet.
I think that's in the next video.
Okay. Keep going.
No, actually, that's in a whole other category. It's called employees, servants, and slaves.
Interesting.
Okay, Commandment 175, and the last commandment for this video, says not to demand from a poor man repayment of his debt when the creditor knows that he cannot pay, nor press him. Exodus 22:24, again, same reference. And the Chabad has it listed as Commandment 527, not to press them for payment if you know they don't have it. So no harassing phone calls, evening, morning, noon, at your job.
On Shabbat.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know what that's like, right?
Yep. This again, this is Shemot 22:24, right?
22:24.
Okay. When you lend money to my people, to the poor person who is with you, do not act toward him as a creditor. Do not lay interest upon him. So just a kind of a quick, brief portion. My own thoughts on this one is, it's better just to not price gouge and always treat every client and customer fairly, through and through. Show consistency, show integrity, and you just never know their spiritual condition. You never know where they are with God, and they are depending on you at some point in their life to lead them to the Father. So don't ever gouge your clients. It's not healthy ever.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. Bye.